What's up? Welcome to Fandom. It's Fandom Teams Tournament, the summer tournament. Here we are. I think this is match number 2 of the tournament. Yes, it's totally not the first one we're filming. Jeez. So we are here. It's another match, and it's Lights, Camera, and Action versus the Manhattan Project. I feel like I've seen this before. On the desk with me is Nick. Nick, how you doing? What do you think of the match?
I'm good. I was here. We were kidding because they played recently.
Mm-hmm.
We know that it's a thing that's happened. I was there. Very exciting rematch for Manhattan. It's a direct rematch. Lights had a bit of a title run. Fell a little bit short, so they wind up at 3, ranked at 3rd in this tournament. And they get the immediate rematch in round 1. So it's exciting, and I think it happened.
Absolutely. Yeah, like you said, that's kind of the story here is Manhattan. That was their last match. They're back. Scully just got to the title match. Coho just got to a title match in singles, so they're both playing on top of their game. And Redshaw and Holtzman, they always come in here and they're like, ooh, we're not the Fandom guys. We're just here. And then they always play fucking great. So it's I think I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the rematch. Let's go hear what the teams have to say right now in the promos.
Okay, so it's an unfortunate turn of fate that we have to do this right away after the last one. But we said it in the last match, and we'll say it again now. This is they're a team that is way better at this than they say they are. And between the two teams here, we could play a 7-game series, and the outcome just changes every time we play. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited to play it again. Scully, what do you guys say?
I just hit my elbow on my chair, so I wasn't really listening to what you said.
Fair.
But kind of sucks that we have to do a rematch as our next match. But you know what? It is what it is. We weren't able to pull out the win, so I guess the fates have decided, hey, you want to go further in teams? You got to beat the team that beats you. So we're ready. We are, we're ready. And let's play. I'm ready.
We could do this all day. Let's play.
Well, Doc, we're here again. We're playing Manhattan again. We didn't want to do this the first time, and we don't want to do this the second time. I think a lot of people were surprised when we won that first match.
Us included.
I think no one was more surprised than we were. Like Tim said, we come in here and we say we're not the Fandom guys, but he also pointed out the two of them both played for the belt this year. You've never played a singles match in Fandom. Like, the odds are not in our favor. This is not Effie Trinket's Hunger Games here. This is what's going on. We have to play them again. It's a shame Manhattan will lose to us twice in a row. Do you have anything to say?
In our last match against Manhattan, we had the lower accuracy and we won. And then in our last match, we had the higher accuracy and we lost. I don't know what to believe anymore.
So same accuracy and a tie.
Yeah.
Manners maketh man. Coho forgot to say it.
All right, Nick. Those were some interesting promos. Scully apparently going to jump off a bridge. Holtzman throwing some shade at his manager and friend, Thomas Scully. What do you think of the promos?
Lights is giggly and Manhattan is ready.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's get into it right now with round number 1. It's going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of fandom fights. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. If any of you get all 10 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question. There are 3 repeats and 1 challenge rule for each team. Do either of the teams have any questions as we get started?
No.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, good thing we're in round 1 and not round 3. So let's get started with question 1. It is in the category of YA dystopia. The question is, name one of the 2 characters who are put on security monitoring of Chicago at the Bureau in Allegiant. This movie is Poo Poo for Poo Poo Puffs. There's a little joke
You're talking
on
to me?
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs thing. Yeah.
Oh. Well, hi, Tim.
All right. 5.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, 3.
Oh, you
2.
just don't want to talk? Okay.
Yeah, feds down. Let's start with Redshaw
It's one of these movies I haven't seen. I said 4?
and Scully.
He's a baby back bitch in this series. Caleb.
Yeah, that's true. And Holtzman
I said Peter.
and Coho.
I promise you, I wasn't trying to Jeremy Adams. I actually just couldn't remember if it was 1 or 2. So Peter or Caleb.
Peter or Caleb would be correct. We just needed 1, but because you had both of the correct ones, we will give it to you 2-1 in favor of Manhattan as we get into the next question.
The next question comes in the category of horror icons. While reciting the Dream Master nursery rhyme, what does Alice show Freddy to defeat him at the end of A Nightmare on Elm Street for the Dream Master? Tim, you want to look at what I did and tell me what
I saw it. I think it's beautiful.
you think? It's okay. Good. Good.
I think it's just absolutely glorious.
Great. Lovely.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Scully. Mr. Scully. T Skulls.
T-Skull boy.
Me first? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. I didn't write. I didn't get a chance to finish what I was going to write, so I just said I was going to say Nancy Soul, but that's wrong.
Holtzman.
I know it like ends and then the next one begins at a church, so I just wrote church.
Coho.
Crucifix.
And Mr. Redshaw.
His reflection?
Redshaw is correct. It is his reflection. Ties it up 2-2. Scully, leave and come back. All right, guys, we're back. Next question is going to be in the category of Pixar. Who voices 22 in Soul?
Hey. I thought of something funnier than 22.
23.
25.
25. 5, 4,
No, it's
Uh-oh.
3,
Okay.
2,
Okay.
1. Pens down. Let's start with Holtzman
Tina Fey.
Oh,
and Coho
Tina Fey.
and Redshaw
Tina Fey.
and Scully.
I didn't even hear the question.
We'll be right
I
back.
didn't even
folks.
hear the question.
All right, we're back. So here's the rub. Scully had an internet problem. Didn't hear the question, unfortunately, because we already asked it. Everything happened. We can't give him any points or anything like that. So the score right now, as it stands, is 4-3 in favor of Manhattan. Tina Fey was the correct answer. So we will move. I'm sorry. Oh, lights.
Yeah.
Lights. Yes, 4-3 lights. I'm sorry. And Tina Fey was the correct answer. So we're going to move on to the next question by Mr. Nick.
The next question comes in the category of the Wizarding World. What type of creatures carry Umbridge away in the woods in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix?
I've asked you this before, but I'm going to ask you again. If there was a book about you called Nicholas Tuig and the Order of the, what would it be?
Order of the Uncrustables peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Delicious. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I believe we are to Coho
Centaurs.
and Redshaw.
I was not confident, but I also said centaurs.
Scully
Centaurs.
and Holtzman.
Shout out Mr. Brunner from Percy Jackson. Centaurs.
Centaurs is correct. As we get into the next question, which is in Fandom Oscars. Which Oscar did Batman 1989 win? Not to be confused with like 87 other films named Batman.
Or Airport. There's a lot of those airport movies.
It's true.
There are a lot of them.
One time someone was just like, Airport. And they were like, that's correct. And I was like, oh. And then later someone was like, Nick, there's a bunch of those. You should have challenged. And I was like, I'm new.
1 pens down. Let's go to Redshaw
Best art direction.
and Scully.
Best art direction.
Holtzman.
Best art direction.
Coho.
Best art direction.
Thank you for all saying art direction and not having us debate whether or not that's the other thing's correct or not. Okay, so what's next, Nick?
Next question comes in the category of fandom quotes. Which MCU film features the quote, "You get hurt, hurt him back. You get killed. Walk it off.
Who's the last person who hurt you,
Oh, gosh.
physically or emotionally?
Okay. Myself, because I had a hangnail and I bit it off and it really hurt. And my
Did it
finger,
rip?
it
5,
did. My finger was
4,
bleeding a little bit.
3,
It
2,
also made me emotionally
1.
unstable.
Pens down. Let's start with Scully.
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Holtzman.
I just have Avengers with a very shitty S.
And Coho.
I also said the Avengers.
And Redshaw.
I didn't finish writing Captain America: The First Avenger, but I'm pretty sure it's wrong.
Scully is correct. It is Age of Ultron.
Good shit.
It ties up the game 8-8.
Good shit,
I
Scully.
was writing that and then
Your next question is in Star Trek. Which Star Trek film features the space station Regula 1? I don't have anything.
Nothing?
No, I was gonna do something, but it wasn't that funny, so I stopped.
Oh. Well, you when you said Regula 1 just now, it made me think of Talladega Nights when he was like, I race Formula 1.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Holtzman
Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
and Coho
Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
and Redshaw
I said Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
and Scully.
Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan is the correct answer. So we stay tied 9-9.
Your tri-ultimate question comes in the category The Planet of the Apes. Who plays Dr. Zaius in 1968's Planet of the Apes?
No perfect rounds, right? Or am I crazy?
Correct.
Okay. I was pretty sure, but I didn't want to assume and then make an ass out of myself.
Is it 9-9? Is that what you have?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Like 3 questions ago, I thought I lost track, and I was like, I'll just remember later and see if he says a different score, and I'll be
3,
wrong.
2, 1. Pens down. Let us start with Coho
Bowen's gonna kill me. I couldn't remember. I said Art Carney.
and Redshaw
I also cannot remember. I said John Hurt.
and Scully
No, I said James Mason.
and Holtzman.
I said Roddy McDowell.
And you're all incorrect. The answer is Maurice Evans.
That's
Oh, that's his name.
All right.
was
Your
bad.
next
They
question.
literally named an ape after him.
Yes, they did.
yep.
Your next question is in Marvel, regular Marvel. And the question is, who destroys Cerebro on Charles's command in X-Men Apocalypse? Also known as the blue one. Because there's lots of blue people in this movie.
Oh. I mean,
Like lots.
yeah, 3.
That's 3 more than most movies. 5,
But there's like 2 and several other.
2,
X-Men.
1. That's down.
One extra word.
Let's go to Redshaw
I said Havoc?
and Scully
I said his other name, Alex Summers.
and Holtzman
I said Havoc, but with a K.
and Coho.
I said Beast.
Havoc with a K is correct, but we'll accept the one with a C as well. And we'll also accept Alex, so you're good. So Lights takes a 1-point lead on that one, 11-10.
Your final question comes in the category of Star Wars. Which Star Wars film sees the death of Newt Gunray?
It's a cool name.
Yeah. Sounds like a wizard who's like a little bit shy.
Maybe is looking around for fantastic crimes.
I feel like they were naming this character and like Star Trek was happening next door and they were like, no, use the ray gun. And they were like,
1.
Ray.
Gun, feds down. Scully
What if we flip the name? Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith.
and Holtzman.
I just wrote Revenge of the Sith because I got distracted. My dad brought Doc's wedding invitation while you were asking this question.
Coho
Revenge of the Sith.
and Doc.
I got the first 2 letters. That was wrong.
Revenge of the Sith is correct, so we have a tie game.
Indeed, we did.
going into round number 2. Here's how it's going to work. It is the wheel round. It's not the betting round. It's not round 1. It's the wheel round, guys. And this is how it's going to work. We're going to bring up the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each team is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they don't like what they spin the first time, they can spin again, but they have to keep whatever they spin the second time. You will get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece, unless you go to multiple choice, and then it will be worth 1. Whoever's goes first is going to answer some questions, right? But if you happen to get one wrong, hey, guess what? The other team might be able to fucking steal those points. So be weary of this. So we are tied. Lights, you are the higher seeded team. Would you like to spin first or defer to the Manhattan Project?
Defer.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm very thrown off by being interrupted specifically with your wedding invitations sitting now. We'll defer.
We'll let you breathe a little and defer.
I'll
Right,
just
and I
open
did-
it live on camera.
I'm a crazy person today. I forgot to read the categories. The categories are DC, Middle Earth, Marvel, Star Trek, Disney Animation, YA, Disney Live Action, and Star Wars. So this is going to be the spin for the Manhattan Project. And it lands on Disney Live Action. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
There's better stuff on there.
Yeah, we'll spin again.
Yeah.
All right. Spinning a second time. You are stuck with this. And it lands on Star Wars.
Cool.
Nick, you want to go ahead and give them their questions in Star Wars?
Gladly. Maybe. Okay. Manhattan Project. Are you prepared for your questions in the category of Star Wars?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
First question. Who killed Qui-Gon Jinn in the Star Wars universe?
Darth
Darth
Maul.
Maul.
Darth Maul, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays Val in Solo, A Star Wars Story?
That's Tandy Newton.
Tandy Newton, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
We're not gonna do the thing, right?
No, we're not going to do Nico's
No.
thing.
Don't do Nico's thing.
Recently, Tandy Newton officially changed her name and respelled it.
But it's the
Oh.
same name. It's just a different
Yeah.
spelling of the name. So.
Okay.
It's not, yeah.
Great.
It's not
Let's move on.
The more you know.
Your
Yeah.
third question in Star Wars. What is the lasting side effect on C-3PO of Babu Frick retrieving the message from him in The Rise of Skywalker?
It erases memory banks, right, Scully?
Yeah, it erases his memory, essentially.
Erases his memory, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Sad part. Sad moment.
Your fourth question. Which 2 characters fly away on the Millennium Falcon at the end of The Empire Strikes Back?
Chewie and
Right.
Lando, right?
Yep.
Chewbacca and Lando, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
He's wearing Han's clothes, too.
He is
It's
wearing house clothes.
still fucking weird, dude.
And your final question. What is Orson Krennic's title in Rogue One?
He's a director.
Director, final answer.
That is correct for a clean sweep of Star Wars.
All right. Bringing their total up to 22.
That is what I had.
Okay. So I'll bring back the wheel for Lights. This is your spin. Lights. Lands on DC. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I think we might as well spin again.
I think we spin again. Yeah.
Spinner again, please.
All right. This is what you are stuck with. And it lands on Marvel.
The other
Good.
one we really didn't want.
We'll see what happens.
All right. Are you prepared for your questions in Marvel?
Maybe.
No, but we'll take them anyways.
Your first question. How does Johnny Blaze officially sign the Devil's contract in Ghost Rider?
I have not seen this since it was released.
Yeah. I don't even know what would be a
I'd
good
say-
guess for the
I'd
question.
say
I
let's
have not
stick to
seen
multiple
this.
choice.
Yeah. Yeah, multiple.
Multiple choice, please.
All right. Your options are A, he bleeds on it. B, uses a crucifix. C, burns it. D, gives his fingerprint.
I think he bleeds on it.
I'd assume so. That makes the most sense.
That's how you usually sign a contract with the devil in most mythology. He
That's how I
bleeds
did
on it. Final answer.
God damn it. Yes, that's correct.
I either
For
wanted to say,
one
like, would it just be that? But I didn't want to.
This is what they do. This is what they do.
All right, your second question. Which Marvel film features one of the main heroes temporarily losing their powers and operating a crane to help fight the main villain?
Operating a crane.
Operating a crane.
It's one of the heroes, so
I'm
probably be like a team
Five.
up. Do you want to repeat or multiple?
repeat
Three.
the question.
All right, it's going to be your first repeat. Which Marvel film features one of the main heroes temporarily losing their powers and operating a crane to help fight the main villain?
So
In Rise of the Silver Surfer,
that's,
don't they
that's
lose their
exactly what I'm
powers?
thinking. Because temporarily losing powers is what happens in that movie. Do we want to just go for it?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. In Kingsman: The Secret Service, as a child, Eggsy is given a favor by Harry. How does he use that favor when he is older?
Get out of jail.
Oh, okay. I did not remember
It's
this
because
part.
he gets arrested for stealing the car, and then he calls it in when he gets arrested to get out of jail.
Okay,
Five.
yeah.
4, 3.
To get out of jail,
Two.
final answer.
That is correct for 2
Okay.
points.
Cam froze.
Yes, he did. Made me
I'm
very
freezing.
nervous. Do you want to leave and come back?
Yeah. Or are you better now, Cam?
No.
No, he's waving to us. Hi.
We're back. The next question for lights, camera, and action in the category of Marvel is: who plays Fire Fist in Deadpool 2?
That's
That's
Julian Dennison.
Yep.
Julian Dennison. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
I'm for the Wilder people, baby.
And your final question. In Spider-Man, who does the Green Goblin go to and threaten for information on Spider-Man before Peter actually shows up and is captured?
Is that Aunt May? Is that the Deliver Us from Evil scene? Or am I mixing
I
up my
think
scenes?
so. Yeah. Do we want to just go for it?
They'll know it,
5,
but why not?
3.
Aunt May. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Manhattan Project chance for a 2 point.
It's J. Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah Jameson, final answer.
That is correct.
That's
for 2
right.
points.
That's
Yep.
right.
All right. So
Get
at
a
the
picture
end
of
of
Julia Roberts in
round,
a thong.
at the end of round number 2, Manhattan is up 24-19. Is that what you have, Nick?
Yes.
All right, 5-point game as we get into round number 3. We're finally to the betting round, boys. Here's how it's going to work. There are going to be 5 questions. We're going to say the category. Then you will have to decide whether you want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question. You get the question right, you gain those points. You get the question wrong, you lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or the score reaches 0. Whoever takes the first question, the other team member has to take the second. It can reset for questions 3 and 4, and you can work together on 5. Any questions?
Let's do it.
Okay, the first category that you guys can bet points on is going to be DreamWorks animation. So who's going to take it and how many points?
That,
Should I take it, Scully?
Yeah.
Doc, I'm thinking I bet Bridge to Terabithia. What do you say, Doc?
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Go for Cam.
Do you think Josh or do you think Richard Schiff?
Probably Schiff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get bets starting with Holtzman
2.
and Coho.
Shocker, Terabithia is worth 2. I said 1.
All right. Your question in DreamWorks. Which DreamWorks movie sees 2 dogs in a literal airplane dog fight during the climax of the film? How's it going, man?
Oh, great.
Lots of ups and downs today,
Yeah. Like a roller coaster.
but we made it through.
Did we?
5, 4. Well, we haven't yet. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Pens down.
Repeat the-
I said pens down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's me.
Let's start with Holtzman
I said Puss in Boots, but that's wrong.
and Coho.
I said Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Both are incorrect. The answer is Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were.
Right. Right.
Oh my goodness.
It's all,
All
good,
right.
man. It's all good.
Doc, you would have known that too, wouldn't you?
I was not on that wavelength, but
Courtesy of Mr. Tuig for that question. Okay.
Good job, Nick.
I had the same reaction as you guys. The next category is what, Nick?
Next category you can bet points on is Star Trek.
What's the score?
It is 23-17.
You want to go, Sam?
Doc,
What?
I think you should go Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, I'll go Sam. What the hell?
I think it's the play, Doc.
think so. Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go for Kim.
All right. Let's get bets starting with Scully
2.
and Redshaw.
We'll see what happens too.
All right. What's the question, Nick?
The question is, at Riker and Troy's wedding in Star Trek Nemesis, Picard announces that who will become his next first officer once Riker leaves?
When was the last time you went to a wedding?
Like a long time ago. Like a really long time ago.
I wish you guys had been at my wedding. We would have been so drunk.
Yeah.
Maggie would have yelled at us.
I would have flipped the table or some shit.
It would have been great. 5, 4.
Punched a random guy.
Repeat the question.
It's going to be Light's second repeat.
Question again. At Riker and Troy's wedding in Star Trek Nemesis, Picard announces that who will become his next first officer once Riker leaves?
You probably would have done like a jump off the altar into the
Keg
into the
stand
crowd. Yeah.
during the I do's.
During the I do's. I don't think Maggie would have been in the middle of our wedding ceremony. I smiled at Maggie and she said, "What?" And I leaned over and said, "I'm thinking about Infinity War." That's a true story. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. It came out on Blu-ray like the day before or like that week. Let's
my
go
God.
to Redshaw first
I don't think I got it. I said Data.
and Scully.
I said Data.
Data's correct.
Okay.
We're still in it,
All right.
Redshaw.
All right, so it's now a 6-point game as we get into the next category that you guys can bet points on. That is Planet of the Apes. You can reset who takes it and how many points.
Wait,
Go, do you want
6
It's a 6-point gap, right?
Should
Yes.
I take it and bet Shibboleth?
Yes.
I know these are characters, actors, and episode titles from The West Wing.
What was the category again?
It's apes. Do you think
I think this is you. Are you feeling
it's
okay
me?
about it?
And I mean, Doc,
I mean,
gotta
we
go.
don't have
Yeah.
a choice.
Yeah.
We don't have a choice.
If I can uncap my marker, it's stuck.
Use all your might there.
I don't have any. That's why I do moving.
So Holtzman and Coho again.
Yeah.
Coho, how many points?
0.
And Holtzman. 2. All right. Your question is. Oh, is he cutting out again? No, you're good. Okay. The question is: Chris Christopherson appears in which Planet of the Apes film?
Maybe
I love it when I know a question is coming and just like watching it happen.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite part of this job. I'm not gonna lie.
Why so glum, Coho?
Except for when I'm the one behind, that it's happening to.
Do we think this name is actually pronounced Christopherson?
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Coho for stats.
Planet of the Apes 2001.
And Holtzman.
Planet of the Apes 2001.
Both are correct. It is now a 4-point game, 21-25. What's the next category, Nick?
Next category is fandom quotes.
Oh, freaking rip.
I'm
Well,
thinking take
Doc-
the Sabbath day.
Me too.
Yeah.
Doc, I think you should also take the Sabbath day.
I agree. I agree, Cam.
All
I'm
right, let's
going
get bets starting with Scully.
Big old donut.
All right, and Redshaw.
It's a 2.
Okay, Nick, what's the question?
Uh-oh.
These two teams are literally never allowed to play again. Okay,
Nope.
Thank
your
you.
question. Which YA antagonist said the quote, "I can still do this. One more kill. It's the only thing I know how to do."
Same.
We should have flipped.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was alluding to before. Nick, how's your water?
It's wet. No, it's not. Or is it? What's the popular opinion?
5, 4, 3,
A hot dog's a sandwich.
2,
Oh my
1.
God.
Pens down.
It is. It is.
I'm gonna go to Redshaw first,
Good game, guys. I said coin.
and Scully,
Kato.
and your winner, the Manhattan Project. Yes, the answer was Kato. Nick, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the Manhattan getting Star Wars going 10 for 10. Light's doing really well in Marvel, despite their,
Their
low
hesitancy.
opinion, their hesitancy. But yeah, it just kind of came down to the betting round. A couple of those questions, the betting too on DreamWorks right off the bat and missing is kind of what sunk them there. But yeah, what did you think of the match?
No, I agree. And like I think Redshaw said, maybe if Cam and Cam flip those last two, they get them both right. And we go into a final question. So again, this was an exciting match. And I said it, like they shouldn't play again because their codes and stuff and their camaraderie it's very difficult to host. But I also would love to see a third match between the two of them because both matches so far have been really great.
Yeah, so let's start with the unfortunate second place finishers today. And Nick, I'm going to have you run those post-match interviews.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You both have the same name, and you play Fandom now, and you're good at it. So second match against Manhattan, went a little differently. Do you want a third match, and what do you think you could have done differently in this match?
I think we can concretely say, no, we don't want a third match. We didn't want a first one. We didn't want a second one. We sure as hell don't want a third one. We don't need to know how that trilogy ends. We're even now. Both teams are as good as each other, and we will stay that way forever. But no, like I don't feel bad about how we performed. Literally going into this, Doc and I discussed, and we went, there's really two categories on this wheel that we don't want. And the names were Marvel and DC. We spun DC, we spun Marvel. And there's not much you can do about it at that point. So,
well, that's kind of terrifying because you guys went like 9 for 10 in Marvel, and if that's the one category you didn't want, then
I mean, yeah, we should have gone multiple choice on the Spider-Man one. That probably
I had to
made
study
the
that
list.
movie to play freaking
yeah.
Jake Marangoni. I should have known that.
Yeah. But like, if we went multiple choice on that, and then we flipped the Planet of the Apes ones, who knows? It would have been a different game. But it's all right. We played well.
We saw the wheel. We've said it before. We're a team that plays on the fringe categories. We play on the Disneys, the DreamWorks, the Oscars, the scores and soundtracks. And when we saw that wheel, and it was, hey, here's your two strengths, and then the rest of the wheel is basically only core geek. We went, well, this was fun. Hopefully this works out. Had we spun first, we get Disney live action, and maybe this is a different game. But
fair. Last question. You are unfortunately out of the tournament. Are there any other teams out there that you know of, or upcoming possibly, that you would like to see in the ring?
I think Jake Marangoni's on a team that I've heard about.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you guys played that one.
Is Antonio on a team? So
yeah.
Sure.
Doc, we said we don't want rematches.
Oh,
Actually, you know
sorry.
what we do want
No,
to
I definitely am not
again.
incredibly embarrassed about blowing a 9-point lead.
Okay, we will either give you.
Can we have Agents of Hydra?
All right, thank you, Lights Camera Action. Job well done. You did great. Always pleasure to have you. To the winners today, Manhattan Project 1-1 with Lights Camera and Action. Moving on to round 2 of the tournament.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your performances?
I never want to see this team ever fucking again. I hate playing them. I didn't want to play the first time. I didn't want to play the second time, just like they said. Fuck no to a third time. They're really good. I definitely see them playing for a belt in this league. They're that good. They didn't want Marvel and still went like 8 for 10. Like it was something like that. That's stupid. That's stupid good. We got Star Wars, which is what we were gonna take on Spinners. Personally, that was the one thing before the match we were like, yeah, well, like I think confidently we could say that's like a 10, so we'll take it. And luckily we spun it. Scully played really good today. I feel like I was a little rusty. So that's worrisome, but I'm excited for the next match.
I mean, look, I love Cam and Doc. I love them to death. But they're the most annoying team to play against because they say, oh, they didn't really want Marvel. And then they end up getting 4 of the first 5 correctly on incredible teamwork. And they only missed the Spider-Man one because they just mixed up 2 scenes. They are such a good team. I think for us, this was a good way to ease back into teams. We kind of got the monkey off our backs of losing to Cam and Doc, and now we can go forward ahead in this tournament and kind of not look back. We know that we are a strong team. If not for my shitty internet, I probably would have done better in round 1. But you know what? That's just, it is what it is. But we did really well in round 2, swept it, and then we're hitting our round 3 questions, which is great. We just got to know when to take that opportunity, when to bed. I probably should have taken apes on 2 there, but you know what? We had the lead. Nice to have the cushion, so we feel good. This was a solid win.
Good. Well, speaking of solid wins, you did that today, and now you get to play in the next round of the tournament. You will be playing the winner. This could be rematch the tournament for you guys, because you will be playing the winner of Necronomicon and Fringe Benefits. So Necronomicon will be a rematch for Coho from a famous thing about a year ago, and then Fringe Benefits was obviously your guys' first.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. With Caleb Boatman, we turned Necronomicon into a melted popsicle across the street. What Coho and I would do to them, slightly inhumane. Slightly inhumane. If it's Fringe Benefits, though, that's going to be a really, really fun match because they are such a talented team. Incredibly well-rounded, much scarier than anyone gives them credit for, and to be quite honest, they should have beaten us in the first match.
I don't want to play Fringe Benefits. We're going to be playing Fringe Benefits, but I don't want to play Fringe Benefits. If we play Necro, awesome. I do want to play Mark and Jay again. I feel like I need that in my life personally, but I'll take on either team with Scully any day of the week. It'll be fun. So
great. Well, thank you both. We look forward to seeing you in the next round. You're over here. Back to you at the desk.
Yes. What a match. No, this was actually a really, really great match, like you said. Before, both teams playing kind of lights out, just those couple mix-ups happens. It happens to the best of us. But, you know, lights, camera, action. Good fucking team, man. Like, I enjoy watching them play. I'm excited to see whatever they do next. So, yeah, we'll see what they do next, I believe, later this year. So, that's going to do it for us today at Fandom Fights. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and be on the lookout for more matches in the singles tournament, the teams tournament, all of the things going on right now. It's a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. For all those Kingsman people, Nick and myself, this has been Fandom Fights. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.